Welcome to section 1 of module 6, the psychology behind objections, why decision makers push back immediately in today's market. Objections, yeah, they can sting, but today we are flipping the script. Objections aren't rejections, they are hiding clues. Think of yourself as Detective Sherlock SDR, if you will, cracking the code behind why decision makers say no before even you finish your sentence. Sounds fun? Let's dive in. Let me tell you about Sarah, an SDR from South Startup. Every call she made started the same way: not interested, no budget, or my personal favorite, I am too busy. Sounds familiar? Sarah felt like she was hitting a brick wall. But then she shifted her mindset. Instead of fearing objections, she got curious. She started asking herself, why are they objecting so fast? She realized objections are often knee-jerk reaction caused by something deeper. Within 3 months, Sarah doubled her meeting booked. Her secret: understanding the psychology behind objections. Now let's understand psychology of objections, starting with cognitive overload and time pressure. Here is a quick question for you. Have you ever tried watch Netflix, answer email, and cook dinner all at once? Chaotic, right? That's exactly what your prospect's brain goes through every single day. They are juggling endless meetings, urgent deadlines, and a constant flood of emails and messages. Their attention is split in 100 directions, and every new piece of information feels like one more thing they don't have time for. So why do they object? Your prospect isn't objecting because they are uninterested, they are simply overwhelmed. With so many tasks demanding their focus, they are forced to filter out anything that doesn't feel immediately essential. Your outreach, no matter how well crafted, can often be seen just another distraction. Their objection is often their way of saying, I'm drowning in priorities right now and I don't have time to process this. Next is risk aversion. Remember buying that off-brand charger that fried your food? The $500 you saved wasn't worth the heartache of a dead phone and lost data. After that, you probably swear to stick to the trusted brand no matter the price. Decision makers feels exactly the same way when they consider a new solution. One wrong decision can burn not just their budget, but also their credibility and future opportunity within the company. So why do they object? Change feels inherently risky, especially in uncertain economic times when every dollar is scrutinized. Your prospects are thinking, what if the solution doesn't deliver? What if it disrupts our current operations? And what if I am held responsible for a bad investment? With so many what ifs, sticking to the status quo feels safer even if it's not the most efficient option. The fear of making a mistake often outweighs the excitement of potential benefits. Lack of immediate value perception. Think about browsing Netflix. If a trailer doesn't hook you within the first 5 seconds, you're already hitting back to find something else. Your prospects operate the same way. They are bombarded with pictures, emails, and calls all day. If they don't see a clear benefit almost instantly, they move on, not because they don't need your solution, but because they don't have the time or patience to dig for value themselves. So why they object? When prospects object, it's often because they haven't quickly grasped how your solution solves their specific problems or make their life easier. It's not that they don't care, they don't have the bandwidth to figure out why they should care. In a world where attention span are shorter than ever, if your value proposition isn't front and center, it gets lost in the noise. Next is skepticism from prior negative experiences. Ever had a bad haircut? You walk in with high hopes and walk out wondering if you need to wear a hat for the next month. After that, trusting a new stylist feels almost impossible. You are skeptical, cautious, and maybe even a little defensive. Decision makers feel the same way when it comes to sales, especially if they have been burned before by over-promises, hidden costs, and poor service. So why they object? Your prospect might have had past experience where a salesperson promised the world but delivered far less. Maybe they have invested in a solution that didn't meet expectations or dealt with pushy sales rep who disappeared after closing the deal. These expectations leave scars, making them wary of anyone trying to sell them something new. Their objection isn't necessarily about your product, it's about protecting themselves from being let down again. Budget constraints and cost sensitivity. Who doesn't love a good sale? Whether it's waiting for Black Friday deals or hunting for discount codes before checkout, we all feel the pinch when money is tight. Your prospects are no different. They are managing budgets, cutting costs, and trying to make every dollar stretch further, especially in today's economic climate where every expense is under the microscope. So why they object? One of the most common objection is simple. It's not in the budget. Even if they see the value in your solution, the immediate cost might feel like a hurdle they can't clear. Decision makers are often balancing multiple priorities, and commitment to new expenses, no matter how beneficial, can feel risky when funds are limited. Sometimes it's not that they don't want your solution, they just don't believe they can afford it right now. Preference for status quo. If it ain't broken, don't fix it. We have all said it at some point. Whether it's sticking with an old phone that still works fine or refusing to update software because the current version does the job. Your prospects often share the same mindset. They have got existing processes, tools, and systems that, while not perfect, are familiar and functional, and sometimes that's enough for them. So why they object? Change is hard and uncomfortable. Even if your prospect knows there is a better solution out there, the thought of switching feels daunting. They worry about the time, effort, and disruption involved. Training teams, adjusting workflows, and dealing with potential hiccups during implementation can seem like more trouble than it's worth. Their objection often boils down to why go through all the hassle when what we have is good enough. We have covered a lot. Remember, objections are just signals. Decode them and you win. Your mission this week: apply one strategy from today to every call you make. Objections aren't rejections, they are opportunities. Understand the why, respond with value, and watch those meetings roll in.